Feel the power of you controlling your breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. You've got your legs crossed, your back straight, your eyes closed. You remember the truth. You know the truth. That you were born to win, to take control of your life the way you take control of your breathing. One breath at a time, one thought at a time. So let's do that right now. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can as we begin our day today in the best way possible. Winning the morning, winning our mind, and growing our minds and our bodies. And whatever we do. So right now, let's see ourselves doing the best walk we've ever done when that music shuts off. Right here, right where we are, right where we sit. Because we know the truth. After all, we're made of truth. We're made of the same stuff the universe is made of. That's what makes you infinitely intelligent. See yourself right now doing the best walk you've ever done when that music shuts off. When that music goes off, you're going to win. You're going to make it real. You're going to make your dream, your vision, real.
Magic System, seulement pour les bobos. Nous on grinde à nous mambo. Mon ami, si tu as le niveau, rejoins-nous pour t'enjailler.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis et viens faire la folie.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Oh, 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 oh. Magic System.
Toujours nous.
Ah, ça change pas.
Ah ouais.
Ah, Shawky avec Red One. Est-ce que ça marche?
Ça va pas.
On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens, c'est ready go. On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens. Oh, oh, oh.
With Cannavaro, squares it to Messi. Messi can finish off Real Madrid. Messi! Goal! I get the feeling that Real Madrid's season has ended here.
Good morning, guys. You can control the power of your mind with determination. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I feel the energy of my one word. When I say the word determination, it means so much to me. As you know, it's become my purpose. It's become my very essence, my very being. It was always there. I just know it now, and it's my life purpose. It means making a determination means deciding. It means never giving up until it's done. You have your purpose in you. You have a truth principle that we're all made up of, which all converges all onto one thing anyhow. And all you need to do is find yours. Or if you don't even know yours, I want you to know you're already living your purpose. You know, you giving me your attention here, you have no idea how much it's helping me. I am so grateful. So wherever you are, you can control the power of your mind with your purpose. Have a great day, everybody.
We're going to start with this quote by Tony Clark. If you want to know what your purpose is, it's to make the most of your talents and skills for the greater good, and that means starting with yourself. Finding purpose, I love that Koya mentioned, it's not something you find, it's something that's within. I absolutely love that thought process because I think many of us go through life on a search from one purpose to another. But type me in the chat if you currently are on a journey of your next purpose. You're on a journey of the next thing that's going to fulfill you. You're on a journey of understanding who you are and why you're here. Because that's constantly me. Week to week, I'm like, who am I, God? Existential crisis aside, a book that also really helped me with this, because y'all know I love dropping book recommendations, but it's called Halftime, and it's by Bob Buford. And this book really helps you go from success to significance. And it really opened my eyes as well to the evolving definition of success and purpose and significance. But on my session, I'm here to share H's to finding your purpose. First one is hunger. Ask yourself this question. What's the last thing you really craved in life? Now, for me, that was stability. Many of you know that for 10 years, I was this nomad. My mom calls it homeless, but I was living out of a suitcase and I was just traveling the world and just enjoying myself. I was young and free and trying to find out what I wanted my career to be. But 10 years of that, I started to really crave stability. So a lot of your purpose is going to be found around what you have a hunger for. In this current season of life, what are you craving? Because that's going to be the first thing that you really want to ask yourself to help guide you. Okay. The second one is heart. Heart. What do you currently do that's a reflection of your heart? Or maybe the heart that you desire to have. Okay. For me, educating freely. So much of what I do on social media is democratizing access to education. There are so many aspects of humanity and life that you can't learn in school. You might not learn in the home. You won't learn it on TV. And so I'm like, I just put that on my shoulder, that responsibility. I want to democratize access to information that I think is crucial and just help elevate humanity. Educate and elevate humanity. That is such a massive part of my purpose. So what can you do, or what do you do that's a reflection of your heart? People don't have to guess where I stand. They just see what I do. Ooh, that was a bar. I need sometimes just feel free to drop some emojis, okay? Some fire emojis, because that was good. People don't have to question who you are. They just got to look at what you do, okay? Heart. The third H, habits. Habits. What would you do differently if the world required you to be at your best? For me, I'd probably have to move more efficiently. I'd have to stop procrastinating on 90% of every aspect of my life. What about you? What would you do differently if the world required you to be at your best? Now, many of us don't want to hold massive leadership positions like being a governor or mayor or president. It's a huge responsibility. But if you were forced to, what would you then have to do? Who would you then need to become? These are things that are great to just ask yourself to get you to look at the person you could become if you took yourself a little bit more seriously. Discipline, Vic, that's good. That's good. Discipline is tough. Discipline is tough. What habits would you have to develop? What characteristics would you have to just make a part of yourself? Okay, habits. The fourth H is hustle. What have people asked of you that they would pay for? Like, what if people asked you to do that they would voluntarily pay for? Okay. What do you do that could turn into a hustle? Now, I want to be clear, your purpose is not about money, but sometimes it can signal you in the direction that you need to go. Your purpose isn't about money, but it can signal you into the right direction and steer you into that place of where you're trying to go. Okay. What have people paid you for in the past? What have people requested of you? For me, I was a closet coach. Like 10 years ago, being a coach, I kind of felt like a scammer. That there wasn't like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have formal training, but people requested my services. Like, hey, Glo, I'd love to hop on a Zoom. Like, I'll pay, what's your hourly consulting fees? Like, do you coach on this? And I was like, literally still figuring out my life, felt like I had no purpose and direction, and people wanted to pay me for direction. Ultimate imposter syndrome. I was like, no, the way my ethics are set up. And I remember doing one coaching session where I offered them a refund. I felt so insecure with my lack of value that I was like, yeah. And here's the thing, in hindsight, I offered them so much because a lot of times it's not answers people are looking for, it's perspective. Sometimes it's just perspective that people are looking for, a container of hope. No, honestly, when you think about what you can offer people, sometimes it's just perspective, and that in itself is valuable. But I was so insecure in my value as a closet coach because I had no formal branding. I wasn't advertising services for coaching or consulting. So I was giving these like free lessons on Zoom, just hoping that like an ounce or a minute had some type of value. But what I didn't realize is over time, I was building confidence. So it's incredible what happens when you allow yourself to receive money for something you feel insecure about, because you have no choice but to get the confidence. Okay, I found the confidence real quick. The dollars started going up, but I was like, let me find the confidence for this. It just makes sense. Okay. The fifth H is hope. Hope. Where are you naturally more optimistic where others aren't? For me, I have a lot of hope in humanity. I have a lot of hope in peace and understanding and compassion and care. Like I genuinely feel good about the future of humanity. But if you watch the news for too long, or depending on who you follow on social media, you could think we're all gonna burn in a fire tomorrow. Like we live in the same world, but two people can see very different realities. But I choose to filter what I watch. If you look at my Netflix account, you won't see gore, crime, violence. Like I have the brain of like a 10-year-old. If there's like any type of violence, I have nightmares for 3 weeks, minimum. My brain is so fragile. So I guard it with my life. I can't compartmentalize what's fiction and reality. So I just I can't entertain anything that is like toxic. If it's violent, if it's gory, if it's crude, like I have to guard my heart. And me guarding my heart and my mind allows me to be a little bit more optimistic about the direction of humanity. Whereas maybe if you're consuming anything and everything, because of course violence sells, all the gory stuff sells, like that can make you a little bit more jaded. And I think it's important to be mindful of that. Like these media companies, they know what they're doing. My formal education is in journalism and communications and media, mass media. And one of the leading things that we said is if it bleeds, it leads. If it's bloody and gory, that's the first story that we're going to cover. Okay, this was 10 years ago, broadcast journalism. I'm doing like news updates, I'm doing radio shows, and okay, Glow, lead with the goriest story, lead with the most gruesome, lead with the violence. And I'm like, okay, I'm just like young and dumb. I do what I'm told. If it bleeds, it leads. But how toxic is that now? I can actually look and see how it manifests into our culture. Okay.
Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Gon' roll your shoulders, do the slip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, cause it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back, put your hips in it. It's simple, you can do it. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Now cool down, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the butterfly, have a good time. Round, round, round and round you go. It's time to show out right now and take to the floor. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back, put your hips in it. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it take it down now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Take it down and crisscross. Bring it up now, crisscross. Do whatever you like right here. Just have fun. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Yeah,
toca per Leo Messi, a veure què fa l'argentí, la paret entre el Messi, que bé, Messi pot marcar, gol, Leo.
Good morning, guys. Today in our top 10 rules for success, Jack Ma shares his first rule, and this is a huge one. He says, get used to rejection. And he's a guy who exemplified and personified this. He went through so many different rejections in getting to where he is now. One of the things he said is he got rejected from Harvard 10 times, and then his attitude was, I should go teach there. That's the spirit. That's what the spirit we want to capture. We want to get used to rejection. We want to get used to failure only in the sense that we're adding it to our fuel and desire to learn from it and eventually get to where we want to be, to show that determination. And we all have it in us. So learn from Jack Ma, learn from all the greats that we're reading about. You know, it's all up to you. So the way you look at your failure is going to determine whether or not you get to where you want to get to. Have a great day, everybody.
On May 1st, 1969, Fred Rogers testified before the Senate Subcommittee on Communications. He was there to raise $20 million for public broadcasting, and in his way was Senator John Pastore. Pastore was known as a tough guy who wielded great power as the chairman of the subcommittee and enjoyed grilling TV executives. Watch how Mr. Rogers melts his heart and gets the money that he needs. It's a great lesson for all of us. Enjoy.
In Boston, they prefer Fred Rogers to Superman, I Spy, Batman, Thunderbird, even Perry Mason and Merv Griffin. Mr. Rogers' estimated 99,600 homes with kids 2 to 11 represents a third of that audience. The show reaches an estimated 113,000 homes for an overall rating of 4 and a share of 10. Mr. Rogers is produced by Pittsburgh WQED TV. Now, Mr. Rogers is certainly one of the best things that's ever happened to public television, and his Peabody Award is testament to that fact. We in public television are proud of Fred Rogers, and I'm proud to present Mr. Rogers to you now.
All right, Rogers, you got the floor.
Senator Pastore, this is a philosophical statement and would take about 10 minutes to read, so I'll not do that. One of the first things that a child learns in a healthy family is trust, and I trust what you have said that you will read this. It's very important to me. I care deeply about children. My first children...
Will it make you happy if you read it?
I'd just like to talk about it, if it's all right.
Sir. Okay.
My first children's program was on WQED 15 years ago, and its budget was $30. now with the help of the Sears Roebuck Foundation and National Educational Television, as well as all of the affiliated stations. Each station pays to show our program. It's a unique kind of funding in educational television. With this help, now our program has a budget of $6,000. It may sound like quite a difference, but $6,000 pays for less than 2 minutes of cartoons, 2 minutes of animated, what I sometimes say, bombardment. I'm very much concerned, as I know you are, about what's being delivered to our children in this country. And I've worked in the field of child development for 6 years now, trying to understand the inner needs of children. We deal with such things as the inner drama of childhood. We don't have to bop somebody over the head to make him to make drama on the screen. We deal with such things as getting a haircut, or the feelings about brothers and sisters, and the kind of anger that arises in simple family situations. And we speak to it constructively.
How long a program is it?
It's a half hour every day. Most channels schedule it in the noontime as well as in the evening. WETA here has scheduled it in the late afternoon.
Could we get a copy of this so that we can see it? Maybe not today, but I'd like to see the program.
I'd like very much for you
I'd like to see the program itself, or any one of them, you see.
We made 100 programs for EEN, the Eastern Educational Network, and then when the money ran out, people in Boston and Pittsburgh and Chicago all came to the fore and said, we've got to have more of this neighborhood expression of care. And this is what I give. I give an expression of care every day to each child to help him realize that he is unique. I end the program by saying, you've made this day a special day by just your being you. There's no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. And I feel that if we in public television can only make it clear that feelings are mentionable and manageable, we will have done a great service for mental health. I think that it's much more dramatic that two men could be working out their feelings of anger. Much more dramatic than showing something of gunfire. I'm constantly concerned about what our children are seeing. And for 15 years I have tried in this country and Canada to present what I feel is a meaningful expression of care.
Do you narrate it?
I'm the host, yes. And I do all the puppets, and I write all the music, and I write all the scripts.
Well, I'm supposed to be a pretty tough guy, and this is the first time I've had goosebumps for the last 2 days.
Well, I'm grateful, not only for your goosebumps, but for your interest in our kind of communication. Could I tell you the words of one of the songs which I feel is very important?
Yes.
This has to do with that good feeling of control, which I feel that children need to know is there. And it starts out, what do you do with the mad that you feel? And that first line came straight from a child. I work with children, doing puppets in very personal communication with small groups. What do you do with the mad that you feel? When you feel so mad you could bite. When the whole wide world seems oh so wrong, and nothing you do seems very right. What do you do? Do you punch a bag? Do you pound some clay or some dough? Do you round up friends for a game of tag or see how fast you go? It's great to be able to stop when you've planned a thing that's wrong and be able to do something else instead and think this song. I can stop when I want to, can stop when I wish, can stop, anytime. And what a good feeling to feel like this, and know that the feeling is really mine. Know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can. For a girl can be someday a lady, and a boy can be someday a man.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. Looks like you just earned the $20 million.
Because you made it this far in a video, I want to celebrate you. Most people start and don't finish. Most people never actually follow through. Most people say they want something, but they don't ever do the work to actually get it. But you are different. You are special. Believe Nation, you made it here all the way to the end, and I love you. So as a special celebration, if you put a hashtag Believe down in the comments below on this video, I will showcase you and celebrate you somewhere on the screen in a future video because you are awesome. Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. To see Jim Rohn's last public interview, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. Jim Rohn was one of the fathers of personal development. He was Tony Robbins' personal mentor and influenced other greats like Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, and Brian Tracy.
Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, but riding them. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Que colpejarà amb el peu esquerre. Messi, gol, 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 gol.
Sí, como acaba.
Good morning, guys.
I'm going to borrow from Les Brown today. Again, one of my favorite guys in terms of having fun, as he's and still on the path to infinite mind wealth, but he's an incredible human being. So I remember Les Brown describing Murphy's Law, and it's basically the law that says anything that can happen will happen. So anything bad that could potentially happen will happen. This is life. We all are going to feel pain, rejection, all these negative things. But I love his attitude. And there was one moment where he was describing, or in his speech, he was talking about all these things that would happen. You know, people are afraid to start because this and this will happen. And then eventually he got to a point in his speech where he says, will I get hurt? Yes, you will get hurt. And the way he said it, of course, I don't do Les Brown justice, but yes, we will get hurt, but we got to laugh at it. It's life, you know, it's going to happen to all of us. Have a great day, everybody.
Number one, adopt the role model mindset. When you adopt the role model mindset, that's the domino that knocks down every other strength you'll be required to call upon. As I'm going to endure difficulty in life, the kids are watching, others are observing and being influenced by me. There's a contagion out there, but there's also an emotional contagion out there. Let me be that role model in showing people how to deal with things with perspective, with being centered amid the storm, with the strength of intention to say,
you know what, I know this is going to be hard, so let me take care of myself and let me be kind to other people.
When we determine ourselves to be a role model, we literally change our behavior.
High performers seek clarity. I'll give you an example. If you have a meeting with Oprah, when she walks in that meeting, her first thing she asks is,
what's our intention for this meeting?
She's seeking clarity of what is this about? Where does it fit in? What's the priority? They're asking themselves questions constantly, and not questions of self-doubt, questions of clarity.
Need motivation? Watch the top 10 of Believe Nation because I love it. Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because I need them. Because I don't always wake up and feel motivated to go take on the day. And the thing that saves me, that helps me every day, is being around people who are thinking bigger, who are changing the world, and it gives me a little more inspiration to go after my mission. And so I hope this video helps you go after yours today too. So today let's learn from one of the best, Brendan Burchard, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy.
The first habit that we discovered of high performers worldwide, and high performers tend to be the top 15% of successful people in whatever field that is. And usually, you know, and that's the broad 190 countries. In the US, it's the top 3%. Hands down, the habit that really changed their trajectory was this habit called seek clarity. Notice it doesn't say get clarity.
Yeah.
High performers seek clarity. I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
Like with Oprah. I've had the blessing of working with Oprah. If you have a meeting with Oprah, when she walks in that meeting, her first thing she asks is, what's our intention for this meeting? Now, lots of executives walk in meetings, they just start the meetings. She's seeking clarity of what is this about? And you take an underperformer in the work world or at your job, they just bumble in and they're like, okay, let's just do it. High performers go, what is this about? Where does it fit in? What's the priority? They're asking themselves questions constantly, and not questions of self-doubt, questions of clarity. Like, who could I be? What's my best self look in this situation? You know, that's a question high performers ask. They want to know, how can I be of most service in this situation? A lot of people just go through the motions. High performers seek clarity. They ask the questions, and because they get clarity and seek clarity throughout the process, they get ahead faster. Because a lot of people and they're good, but a lot of people are just blunt force workers. They'll just go and do it, and they'll just apply force and will and hope and fire and hours at something. But often they're running in the wrong direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
High performers, you know, it's like in directions. Some people will drive for 50 minutes. Other people will pull aside in 5 and go, hey, where do I go? That's the high performer, and they're going to get there faster and succeed in life. That's seeking clarity.
Rule number 2 is adopt the role model mindset.
Number 1, adopt the role model mindset.
Okay.
When you adopt the role model mindset, that's the domino that knocks down every other strength you'll be required to call upon.
What's that mindset, bro? What does that mean?
Role model mindset means I realize that as I'm going to endure difficulty in life, the kids are watching, my friends, my family, others are observing and being influenced by me. There's a contagion out there, but there's also an emotional contagion out there. Let me be that role model in showing people how to deal with things with perspective, with being centered amid the storm, with the strength of intention to say, you know what, I know this is going to be hard, so let me take care of myself and let me be kind to other people. When we determine ourselves to be a role model, we literally change our behavior. We say, you know what, two things happen. One, I want to be a role model because 3 months from now, 6 months now, from a year, when we look back, I want to be proud of my character and my behavior during this time. Please let me be proud of how I endured difficulty in my life. Please let me be proud of how I endured difficulty in my life. That requires intention for how you want to endure difficulty. And second, remembering the reality that we're relational animals, that others are observing and seeing and experiencing what we are. And so let's do a good job for them. Let's show the kids how our values are demonstrated in times of uncertainty. Let's show our team how we deal with scary, fearful business environments. Let's show our friends how much we will be for them when the going gets tough. That's the role model mindset.
Very good.
It demands a lot of us, and it's easy to say, well, it's so much easier just to, go along and see how it turns out, and why don't we put our lives on pause? But if everybody did that, society wouldn't continue on.
Rule number 3 is revisit your ambitions.
Remember to revisit your ambitions every single week or day.